curried goat in a patty? Yes, please. Today on Teika's Kitchen, we're making buttery, flaky Jamaican patties filled with rich, spicy curried goat, and I even made cocktail-sized versions that are perfect for sharing. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Hi there, welcome to Teika's Kitchen. Get ready to tantalize your taste buds. Let's talk ingredients. For our goat filling, you'll need goat meat. To spice it up, we're using a mixture of fresh and dried spices, pimento berries, garlic, clove, thyme, scallion, curry powder, Irish potato, fresh ginger, onion, garlic and onion powder, Maggi all-purpose seasoning, paprika there as well, freshly ground black pepper, a little overproof rum which is optional, and some olive oil. For the buttery flaky crust, we're leveling things up a bit, and to the flour and salt we are also adding garlic and onion powder, a little curry powder there for color as well, sugar, butter, a little lime juice for tenderness, and of course cold water as well. Alright guys, it's now time to kick things off, and we're starting by cutting the goat meat into smaller pieces. Alright, and just like that, by the time you know it, it's gonna be time for us to clean this. Trying to cut them in even sizes as well also promotes even cooking. Alright, and it's now time to rinse, and we're giving a first rinse with water, then we'll follow up with some lemon. Now I'm rinsing the goat with fresh lemon because it helps to cut away the raw scent, remove surface slime, and gives me a clean base to season from. Okay, now while that is draining, we're getting our scallion or the green onions ready. Alright, we're chopping away, followed up now with the garlic clove, mincing nicely, and up next guys is the onions. Alright, giving that some rough chop there as well because fresh seasonings, unlocking all those flavors is what we're about. Okay, up next we are grating some ginger, and that will give it the perfect punch and spice that it needs, followed up there with some fresh allspice or pimento berries. Now that we have those fresh seasons out the way, it's time to get our goat nicely seasoned so that we can unlock those flavors, right? So mixing all those dry spices together guys, and of course we're gonna let it season rain. Giving it a good massage, followed up with some of that fresh herbs and spices, right? A little bit of the curry powder at this time as well, and we'll use the remainder when we're doing the burning process. All right, and look at that. Oh yeah, time to marinate. So while this goes away for 2 hours, or you can do it overnight to unlock even more flavors, we're going to go ahead now and work on our cold butter. Now you can always use a knife or a food processor to cut your butter, but using that grater guys, nice and effective. Alright, now we are cutting. This butter is now for laminating, the laminating process when we're creating our flakes. Alright, put that aside, and to the refrigerator they will go. In the meantime, it's time to get this goat meat falling off the bones, just nice and tender, right? So we've added some olive oil, curry powder, giving that a good mix. All right, up next is that goat meat. Look at that guys, it's looking so rich already. The aroma already too is smelling so good. Oh my goodness, I wish you could be in this kitchen right now, because when I tell you this aroma is something else. All right, and we're just gonna continue to stir fry guys, so ensure that we lock in that curry color and flavor. All right, and that is what it is looking like. And after this we're going to cover and allow it to generate its own juices before we even add any liquid to this guys. But before that, a good nice toss to ensure that everything marry and come together. Oh yeah. Now after we have covered it and for about 5 minutes, as you notice it started springing its own liquid, we're going to cover, lower the flame, and in the meantime we are going to work on that buttery flaky goodness. So we went in with the flour and all the spices, right? So the garlic powder, the onion powder, the salt, the curry powder, guys, give that a good mix, followed now with our shredded butter, right? Now at this stage we're going to use our pastry blender and we're going to get right there down into it just to cut our butter into smaller pieces, right? Now you could also use your fingertips just for slightly, because you don't want for it to look like breadcrumbs too much, because you need that flakiness. So we need as much butter chunks as possible, because when that melts, guys, and create the steam, oh my goodness, flakiness is all we're talking about, right? Because eating a patty and not cleaning up any crumb after, like, what are you doing? All right, we added a little lime juice there for tenderness, and we're just going to make a soft dough. Knead it lightly, because we still need it to be light and tender, right, and flaky. At this time we're going to put it to rest for 20 minutes while we're checking on our curried goat. Now this is what it's looking like. I haven't added any water as yet, or any form of liquid. We're going to go in now with some Irish potatoes and some water, right? Now the reason why we're adding the Irish potatoes, because we want it to be nice and, you know, gooey, just a thickener. I didn't want to use the breadcrumbs. I think Irish potato is just right. Another round of our fresh herbs and spices, guys, to unlock all those flavors. And look at that. Can somebody look at this? Tell me I'm not tantalizing your taste buds. All right, now while that is going, we're going for our dough and we're going to do our first laminating process, right? So we're going to roll it out, guys. Can you see those butter cheeks of butter? Oh yeah. All right, so after we add our butter in 2/3, we give it a fold, and of course we're going to roll this out again, and then we're going to allow it to relax again, right? And reason for this, we don't want our butter to get too soft. You know, it's the summertime, right? So you want to maintain cool conditions, right? And there again, our second layer of butter, give it a nice roll. All right. And then, guys, we're going to allow this to relax, and the next time you see this, we're cutting out our cocktail patties. All right, our goat is nice and tender. We're removing them from the hot skillet because we don't want them to be hot. It has to be cool when we're adding it to our pastry, because if it's hot, it's going to melt the fat, guys, in the pastry, and we don't want a flat pastry, right? We don't want our pastry to get soft and hard to handle. So that is why we're cooling down our filling, and in the meantime, while it's cooling, we're just cutting it into smaller pieces so that when we bite into our patties, oh my goodness. Also searching for any bones at this stage. All right, and it's action time. So we're rolling out our dough, guys. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Rolling out our dough, cutting it into our cocktail shapes, and at this time we're going to go ahead and add our delicious curried goat filling. Oh my goodness. Now when you're adding your filling, guys, ensure that you don't add too much, because you want adequate space so your patties can be closed adequately. All right, now what we're going to do next is just to apply a little moisture at the tip or the edges of the patties so that we can seal them adequately, right? And of course, we're just using a fork to press tightly. All right, but not too much to damage our layers or our flakes. All right, and there we are, nice and steady. All right, just ensuring that we get it right, because we don't want our filling to ooze out while it's cooking. All right, we did roll out a little extra there, finishing up now with the filling. All right, and just like that, the curried goat done. All right, we're going to moist the edges of these as well, and the purpose of this, guys, is just to ensure that it seals adequately. Of course, we're going to pierce these two because we want to release the steam while they are cooking. Next here, what we're doing here is making some egg wash. So an egg with about a tablespoon of water or milk is adequate, and what this does is just give us a nice sheen of our finished product. And by the time you know it, they went into the oven, guys, and this is what they are looking like. Okay, now these are perfect for parties or just meal prep, or even treating yourself to real Caribbean flavor. If you've never tried curried goat patties before, now's the time. Comment below what's your dream patty filling, and don't forget to subscribe. More Caribbean magic is on the way.